Shri Damarashtaka ki jai. Shri Kartik Vrat ki jai. Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Namam Vishwaram Chit Anandarupam Rasat Indarango Kure Ratamanam. Pariyeshitageshu Bhaktir-chittattva Puna Prematastam Shadha-vritti Vande Danteva Purnata Gopala Balam Sada Me Manasya Virastam Kimanjai Dante Mukam Bojam Madhyanta Nila Vitam Kundalai Snigrara Taishagogya Dante Mukam Bojam Madhyanta Nila Vitam Kundalai Snigrara Taishagogya Shunditam Bimbaradadharam Me Nastya Virastavaram Lakshavada Shunditam Bimbaradadharam Me Nastya Virastavaram Lakshavada गृहाणेशमाद्यं मे दक्षिणेश्वर कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्याति दीनान्वथानु गृहाणेशमाद्यं मे दक्षिणेश्वर Veratmajavatha Nityayavayata Yamochitau Bhakti Bhajau Bhaja Veratmajavatha Nityayavayata Yamochitau Bhakti Bhajati Bhaja Prema Bhakti Sakame Priyaksha Mokshe Graho Me Sthita Mudareha Atta Prema Bhakti Sakame Priyaksha Mokshe Graho Me Sthita Mudareha Namaste Sudhamne Suradhikudhamne Karyatarayata Vishwasadhamne Namaste Sudhamne Suradhikudhamne Karyatarayata Vishwasadhamne Namo Radhikaya Dvariya Priyaye Namo Nanta Vidaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Dvariya Priyaye Namo Nanta Vidaya Devaya Tubhyam Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go Premanande, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Sai Gaura Haribo, 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 Sai Gaura Haribo. Translation, please. Translation, please. Stamarashtakam from the Padma Purana is about the paternal love of Yashoda for Lord Krishna. Although many people aspire for peace of mind in this world, the devotee wants no such thing. Every parent knows there's constant anxiety. Out of love for one's child, one's always remembering him or her, thinking, where is she now? What's he doing? Is he okay? Is she getting along all right? And Yashoda is constantly thinking of Krishna, even before he was born. Then, during the days, she'd worry where he was when he'd go off to the forest. She'd run after him 7 times to make sure he had his lunch. So as a baby, one day, while she was boiling some milk and taking care of Krishna on her lap, milk boiled over and she went to attend to it and put Krishna down, who took it as an affront. And with false tears in his eyes, he bit his lip. He picked up a little stone and he smashed the butter pot and began giving butter to the monkeys. And then realizing they had committed a federal crime, he ran out of the courtyard, leaving little footprints of butter out into the outer courtyard. When Yashoda came back and saw what had happened and saw how frightened her child was, she chased after him. She thought he may become too afraid and do worse mischief, or something might happen to him, so she wanted to calm him down, bind him to the wooden grinding mortar. So she chased after him, and who can chase after the Supreme Personality of Godhead? As it is said in the Shishopanishad, Anejari kam manaso javyo naina devapnuvam purvanarshat tadavaton yanate titishtat tasminapo mattarishva dadati. Even the devas, if they chase after the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cannot catch him. No one could catch him. Kalyavana ran after Krishna and always found him out of reach. And Yashoda, because she loves Krishna and because Krishna wants to be conquered by his devotees, allowed himself to be captured by his beloved mother, who then tried to tie him to the wooden grinding stone. And there she found that the rope she had used was 2 inches too short. So she got a little more rope and tied it, still 2 inches too short. As Krishna is Yogeshvara, Yogeshvara. He's a supreme mystic of all supreme mystics. And in playing with his mother, although she added many more extensions to the rope, it still remained 2 inches too short. The first inch is representative, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, of our own endeavor to reach Krishna. And the other inch is Krishna's willingness to allow us to be with him, in which he reaches out to us. When Krishna saw that Yashoda was perspiring and frustrated in trying to tie him out of motherly affection, he allowed himself to be tied around the belly. Therefore he's called Damodara. one whose belly is tied with ropes. So then Krishna dragged the wooden grinding mortar between the two Arjun trees that were Nalakuvera and Manigriva, who had been cursed by Narada for indecency, public indecency. And when the trees crashed to the ground, they were liberated. And this was the design of Narada as he had uttered the curse. He said, "You will become twin Arjun trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and later when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears, he will liberate you." So Krishna considered this. He thought, now I'm tied to this wooden grinding mortar, and I'm crawling around. Narada has said it, therefore I must do it. And this is the most important aspect of advancement in devotional service, that if a pure devotee favors us, or says something on our behalf, or gives us an instruction that we follow, then we'll be successful without a doubt. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, the author says that one may be a devotee of Lord Narayan, and in such case, one may or may not be successful in reaching the goal. But then he says, if someone is the devotee of Lord Narayan, then he or she will definitely be successful, without question. So Nalakuvera and Manigriva were liberated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this song has been memorialized in the Padma Purana and all over the world constantly now, because in every time zone, someone's singing this song and remembering the pastimes of Lord Damodar and Vrindavan. So anyone who's here tonight can make a special prayer to them, to Lord Damodar, to pray for a benediction in devotional service. Whatever that might be, whatever you want to ask for, this is a good time to ask for it during Kartik. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, dear Shri Shri Panchatattva, dear Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Radha Damodar, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev. If you so desire, then what?
Please bless us so that we may continue to serve under your lotus feet.
Anyone else? And?
And that every soul in here and those who may be watching online later can offer a lamp to you every single day and have the service mindset to continue to move forward in their devotional service.
Nice. One more.
And please empower us so all of us can keep our Karthik vows and come out of this Karthik stronger as a community.
Also empower us to stay steady in our devotional service and make sure that our sadhana is stronger this month.
Thank you for considering our requests. Go Premanande. Tomorrow is, last time I checked, if I'm not incorrect, is Saturday. And I'm looking along. Tomorrow we're having a memorial service for Gauri. So we'll have special kirtan and also a prasadam feast. So this is the right thing to do for the community to come together after Gauri's passing and celebrate her life as a devotee. And this is a very important time for everyone to be together and to chant for her and to take prasadam together. So if at all possible, please come tomorrow for as much of the program as you possibly can, and we'll be together to celebrate her life and pray for special benedictions from the Supreme Personality of Godhead for her shelter at his lotus feet. Gaur Premanande Hari.